Friday. We made it through another week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. We love to spend this 30 minutes of entertainment with you, bringing you fabulous stories, entrepreneurs, events you need to go to in our fabulous city. So we were off, as you noticed probably the last few weeks. We were on vacation. We had renovations.
Okay. Can you go ahead and start over now?
Yeah. Are we live? Are you doing the commercial again?
Hang on a second. All right, go for it.
Hey everybody, it's Cindy Matalucci, your host of The Pulse and Live with Cindy. It's Friday. We made it through another week. We're so excited that you're here. We love entertaining you for this 30 minutes, bringing you stories that are inspirational, entrepreneurs, things that are happening in our fabulous city. So thank you so much for tuning in. As you guys probably noticed, we were on vacation. We had a little hiatus. We had some renovations we were doing, but we are back stronger than ever. We've got some amazing new TV episodes and live shows. So I'm so excited for you guys to be here today. And remember, if you have a story for us or you want to be featured, we would love for you to hit us up on social media at The Pulse SD or thepulsesd.com on the website and find out how we can feature you and bring a buzz around your brand. So before we get started, you know I have to shout out to my sponsor, Windus Fernandez Brincord from Trilogy Financial Services, my financial advisor. I love her. For all your financial needs, Windus and her team have got you covered. So thank you, Windus. We love you. Thanks for handling our money and making us less stressed out. All right. So you guys, I'm so excited about our show today. It's all about wellness and feeling like the best version of yourself and obviously running at your optimum health. It's also about spotlighting local entrepreneurs that are doing some amazing things in our community. So I'm really, really excited for our first guest today, cannabis media entrepreneur Travis Stocking, the founder of HERBPON. How are you?
Hello.
I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Well, we've been talking about having you for a while, so you're finally here, so we're excited. So real quick, for the viewers that don't know, give us a little snapshot of what HERBPON is.
So, HERBPON's many things, but HERBPON is a discounted site. So whenever you want to find coupons on your cannabis needs, you go to HERBPON. But we service the whole industry. Whether you get into any cannabis problems, you need a cannabis lawyer, you go on HERBPON, you find that. Bud and breakfast, you go on HERBPON, that's where you find that.
I love it. So it's like the e-commerce marketplace, an uncensored social network app for the cannabis community. And we're gonna dive into this a little bit deeper too. But before we get started, I kind of want to know about your story because it's very inspirational. I mean, you came from a family of entrepreneurs.
Correct.
I mean, how were you inspired to start this company?
Really watching my mom and dad, you know, really it was, I didn't like waking up in the morning. I was more like an afternoon kind of person. So I know entrepreneurs, you get to make your own time, you know, when you want to do things. And that was the big part for me. Like,
I love that. Well, and you had what, 3 sisters and 2 brothers?
Yeah, 3 sisters and 2 brothers.
So a large family. And then I want to know too, because I know you had talked to me about this, you had assumptions about cannabis, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of changed your perception. Will you talk a little bit about that?
So I didn't even know what cannabis really was. One of my good buddies, I was introduced to cannabis from him. Really just, I don't know, like, I've always had a thing, you know, growing up. My parents never did cannabis, so in our household, that kind of stuff was bad. And really getting the outside look from others, having friends going through, had a friend who used to have seizures.
Wow.
And the CBD, they would rub, when he would have seizures, they would rub CBD on his chest, on his feet and stuff, and he would come out of it. And he was having seizures. He was having at least 6 seizures a day.
Oh my gosh.
And then they were introduced to CBD, and then 6 seizures a day turned into he was having 1 a day, and then one a month. Then he really wasn't having any seizures at all. So really, I started diving and doing research about cannabis.
Well, that's amazing. I know. So it's more of a holistic approach
Yeah.
to handling things like that. I love that. Okay, so I want to talk about your dad, right? I know he was going to be here today.
Yeah.
But he had some stuff going on, so we're sad. We miss you, Dad, Travis Sr. But I want to talk about the fact that I think that you watched him, right, with his boxing gyms and everything that he was doing in the community as well.
Yeah, my mom, she was working. My mom was a workaholic. She was always, either she's out of town doing real estate, flying here, flying there, or she's just going into the office and she's at the office all day. So I literally stayed, my dad dragged me along with him.
And so what does he do? Doesn't he do he helps youth, right?
Yeah, so he works a lot with the community, with the gang activities going on in the community, gang violence.
That's amazing. Well, I love it. Well, okay, so we have to dive into your app and your platform because this is so amazing. And I want everyone to know kind of how it works. So what I love is it says, what if you were able to find an online market with all of your marijuana needs in one place? And what if that market could offer you not just any cannabis products, but the best of the best? It would be revolutionary, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what this is all about. So we have to talk more about this platform. So let's talk a little bit about it.
It's funny because actually I was on Groupon. At the time I was working in a dispensary and I was in the back on my break and I'm looking on Groupon and I'm shopping on Groupon, of course. And I'm like, yo, this would be a cool idea if they had something like this for cannabis. So I immediately, right after I got off work, I immediately went to researching.
Wow, and that was what, a year ago?
That was 5 years ago.
That was 5 years ago, and then you launched this a year ago.
So I launched this. So the app, I just launched the app 2 months ago.
Okay.
And I launched the company a year ago.
Wow. So it also includes its own social media platform. HERBPON.
Correct.
So talk to us a little bit about this.
So we would have a lot of problems with Instagram and social media. There's zero tolerance when it comes to cannabis. So you would dump all this money into advertising on social media for them to delete your social media account, for you to have to start all over again. So, I'm like, yo, I looked into of course there's other cannabis apps out there. I looked into it, I'm like, yo, it would be sick if you can find all your deals on one platform, but also, your social media on the same platform, like.
So there's so much to do. So you can get people's feedback. I think, people are posting things, and that's so unique. I love that. So it's also discount based, right?
Correct.
So let's kind of talk about the marketplace.
Okay.
So discount based, discounts up to like 70%. I mean, tell us a little bit about that side of it.
Really, it's on the vendors. With the vendors, I would prefer, to find deals that they can't find when you walk into the dispensary.
Okay.
So when you walk into the dispensary, of course they have deals. Most people don't ever ask for the deals or know about the deals. So I wanted HERBPON to be kind of like, it's that company where you go in there, you're gonna find exclusive deals, deals for the people, because cannabis can be pretty expensive.
Wow. So it basically provides consumers with discounts, right? And it introduces them to new products and services. And when you go on the app, I think, because I was playing around with it too, you plug in your city, right?
Yeah.
Which is super cool. So explain that side of it, like how it works.
So it's geolocated. So say I'm in wherever the closest dispensary to me from right here, it's going to pull it up, and it's going to pull up all their deals. You can also search. You can search for a dispensary of your liking, but it's geo-based.
That is so cool. I love that. And then you can also, so it benefits brands, dispensaries, delivery services, local merchants, things like that. So the other thing that I think is really interesting about this is some cool things you could do on the platform. You can plan a marijuana vacation getaway.
Yeah.
I was like, this sounds good. You can invest in cannabis stocks. You can become a vendor.
Yes.
So talk to us a little bit about these options and these things that you can do.
So really the becoming a vendor with us, going into the vendor section, signing up, and really we don't work with just anybody. Like, you have to offer those exclusive deals.
So that's why they're joining, right?
Correct.
Because they're getting something they wouldn't be able to get anywhere else.
Correct. And then, we focus a lot of our, the black market is huge. So a lot of our customer base is black market. So what I tell most of the business, I don't want to bring you business you already have. I want to bring you people who would never think to step foot into a legal establishment.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, and I have to give you some congratulations and some accolades because you're becoming known as your favorite CEO and the king of the Cannaverse, right?
Yeah.
You've been featured in some pretty great articles and things as well.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. So you're obviously making an impact. And then your slogan is the highway to the Cannaverse. So I just think what you're doing, I mean, how does it feel? It must feel so amazing to be involved in something that you're so passionate about.
It feels good. I like to help people. So, cannabis, if cannabis is my niche of helping people, I love it.
Okay, so I have to ask you, what are your goals? And where do you see the company going in the future?
So my goals, really, I haven't really thought that far into the future. I'm more like, I focus on the now, what's happening right now. But for the future, I would hope to be a huge company. When people talk about HERBPON, people know what the company's about.
Well, and I love the giving back component too, that you want to do some charitable things with everything.
Yeah, so a lot of, since my dad works with the community, I like to be involved with the community also. He's getting older, so I kind of want to take that role on when he's not able to.
That's amazing. I love that. And he's expanding his chain of boxing-centric gymnasiums, right, throughout the cities. And
Correct.
It's in cities that are in need of after-school programs for the disenfranchised youth.
Yeah.
So, and I plan on going, so maybe we'll film that. I definitely would love to get, involved, because I think what you guys are doing is amazing.
Oh, we would love to have you.
I know, I would love to, and I love boxing. So I also want to tell everybody, where do they find out about you? I mean, how do they can go to HERBPON.com, which is your website.
Yeah, you can always go to the website, HERBPON.com, or you can go into the Google store if you have Android, or if you have Apple, you can go into the Apple store and type in HERBPON and download the app.
Well, this is amazing. And then I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you for some advice, because our viewers love this. So as an entrepreneur and taking this step into doing what you're doing now, which is obviously could be controversial, but you were believing in it and you are successful. Can you give any advice to the viewers on maybe like how to take that step or that leap?
Really, it's to keep going. I had a lot of doors closed on me, and really, you got to believe in yourself. And if you put the groundwork in, there's only one way up.
I love that. Keep going and just believe in yourself. I hear that a lot with a lot of the entrepreneurs that I talk to. You really are going to hear a lot of no's, but right? But you have to keep going. A
lot of no's, and I learned that you can't really tell your ideas to everybody, because everybody don't believe in your ideas. My dad calls them dream crushers. Certain people you can tell something to, your dream to, and they can kind of like crush it, and it puts a hold, like it kind of slows you down, like, should I really be doing this? Should I put my time here? It gets kind of confusing, so that's what I learned.
I love that, dream crushers, and also speed bumps. That's one of my words, is those people that get in your way of stuff too.
Yeah.
There's always the little speed bumps that you have to worry about. Well, I love your story. I love everything you're doing. I can't wait to follow you and see everything that's happening. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
And you guys can go to HERBPON.com for all the information. We actually will have it on the website as well. And we'll be keeping you posted on everything that's going on. And don't go away, you guys. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we have Dr. Steve Bennett here. And we're going to talk about his fabulous product. So check out this behind the scenes video. We'll see you in a second. Welcome to my dressing room. It's Cindy Matalucci. I'm so excited today. Get ready with me for my live show, Live with Cindy. Are you ready? Come on in. And we're going to put this on the stage so we can stand in front of it. That's what I did last time.
Yeah, lower.
The top one just takes the top off.
We had more room to shoot.
Yeah,
so
I packaged them, but I think Jasmine forgot the one with it. I'll figure it out.
So Sandra brought me 3 looks from Chateau Bellage, and of course I'm going to be styled today. So I'm going to try on my looks and see what we've got. This is like so Kate Hudson.
Yeah, it's
Oh my god, like so bohemian. Look at these little shoes match
Is that too
perfectly.
tight? You good?
No, I think that's good.
Super cute.
I mean, what do you think?
Did you try the?
I didn't try the other ones yet. I
But she
like
just,
this
like,
one.
instantly-
I love this.
Well, that was your first choice.
This
Yeah.
one has so much motion.
This one
That one's
is amazing.
Oh, that's cute too.
Well, no, it's like seriously made for Polly Pocket. I mean, so.
Polly Pocket?
The waist.
Wait,
is-
I'm not Polly Pocket? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What are you guys liking better so far?
Well, I love that colorful one.
First one?
Always.
The first
Lover
one.
neutral.
I do love the first one because I feel like it's so summer.
Well, that was your
Yeah.
first one.
Okay, that was look 2. Let's try look 3.
All right.
God, that one's really great as well. This is a pretty great dress too.
Yeah, I think this is a good one.
You
Those
think this
real, what
one
do you think?
over?
What do you think?
Yeah, I like that one.
They're all good. It's not a bad choice, but
So let's see your jewelry with it.
I have this one or this one.
I love it.
So, what do you think for jewelry?
I'm gonna try the longer one. Where are you?
Yeah. Okay, so I was thinking we got to do our social media too. I got my bag. I got my fashion fix. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in every Friday at 11 a.m. on Facebook. See you next time.
And she's like, my skin hasn't been
Right.
like this since my 20s.
Hey, we're back, you guys. I'm your host, Cindy Matalucci. I hope you liked our behind the scenes video. We are going to do a segment. It's going to be fabulous. This is a new segment that we're doing, so stay tuned for that. Okay, you guys, so I am so excited to have my next guest here. We've known each other for 23 years. I have Dr. Steve Bennett from Intuitive Nutrients.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hi, good to see you.
You too. So we have to start out. We've known each other 23 years. We met when we were 5.
Yes. I was 6, you were 5.
Are we old?
I'm ahead of you, so yeah, it's coming.
So we met in 98 or 99.
I think it was 98.
We
Yeah.
were in sales and marketing. So I moved to California. My second job was in sales at Trade Service Corporation, and
Yep.
we ended up working together
Yep.
and then staying friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I love it, and now I get to see this great business that you have. So I'm so happy to have you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's exciting.
Well, let's dive into your story and your inspiration for creating this product, because
Okay.
you have a great background.
Yeah, I have kind of a circuitous background. So I started off as an engineer, and then I got into sales accidentally in pharma and biotech. And after 14 or 15 years, I realized I don't like selling. And so I went back to school, got my doctorate, and started treating patients. And even though I was doing a lot of sports rehab, I really was drawn towards nutrition and lab work and figuring out like what's really going on, what's the underlying cause of all these problems. And so I did that for 15 years. Towards the end of that 15 years, I started realizing that the vitamins and supplements that I was selling to people, my patients, were great. They were awesome. But I just felt like I could do a better job
Wow.
in terms of formulation and in terms of value, to be honest, because a lot of those products are pretty highly marked up. So anyway, so I created Intuitive Nutrients, and here we are.
Well, and tell us what it is, because it's specialty nutraceuticals, right?
Yeah, I mean, the broad category is vitamins and supplements, right?
Right.
But within that category, you have a wide range, a spectrum of, I mean, you can go to Costco and buy fish oil by the tub, or you can spend a couple $100s on a longevity supplement. And because the FDA doesn't fully regulate the supplement industry, there's a lot of shenanigans going on.
Wow.
Yeah, so you have to really trust who's making your products. And that's one of the things I love about it.
Well, and it's not your average anything, right? Over 70% of your supplements are made with custom formulations and brand patented ingredients.
Correct. Yeah. So a good example is curcumin. It comes from turmeric, right? Almost everybody knows curcumin's good for inflammation. But you can get turmeric or curcumin that doesn't absorb into the body at all, or you can get a branded formulation, which is what I usually work with, that's 70% better. So it makes a big difference what goes into the bottle.
Yes. Well, and today we're going to talk about a few things: the skin, the gut, and optimal health span, which is obviously living longer, which we all want to do.
Right.
We want to live as long as we can. But we're going to start today talking about beauty, right, and collagen.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about some of the products too.
Okay, so collagen, almost everybody knows about collagen too. You can get that at Costco. Just like so many supplements, there is a wide range of collagen. The stuff that you see at Costco, the vital proteins in the teal colored tub, that's just cow skin that's been boiled down. And that's all it is. There's no further purification or refinement. So the stuff that we use is a patented formulation from fish. It's a marine collagen. And the key is, and this is kind of cliche, but size matters.
Right.
Because the big collagen molecules from cow skin, they don't break down easily and get absorbed into the system. But the very small, they're only 3 peptides long, or 3 amino acids long. They have a separate channel right into the system. And they actually don't just show up and say, hey, if you want to make collagen, here's some stuff. They tell the fibroblasts, the cells, to make collagen, which as we age is even more important because our fibroblasts start getting lazy. So.
Well, and you have yours here today, the True Peptide, and I'm actually trying this too. I put it in my coffee. But I wanted to mention that, like you said, a lot of the other proteins and collagens that you take are, the scoop is like this big.
Yeah.
Yours is very concentrated.
Yeah, most collagens from cow are 20 grams. Ours from fish, because it's highly purified, is 1 gram. So you could even take 2 capsules or a tiny scoop.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's clinical studies that show that it works in human beings. I looked on Vital Nutrients, or Vital Proteins, Jennifer Aniston, right?
Yeah.
They don't
Sorry,
have any,
Jennifer.
Sorry, Jennifer. There's no clinical studies on their whole website. So they're just trusting you to trust them. And that's working, but I prefer data.
Well, and what are you seeing results-wise? Like, what can clients expect with this?
Well, so the key, when you're going to use a collagen of any sort, give it at least 6 to 8 weeks because it takes time. And on the back end, that's true as well. If you were to stop, it would persist for 6 to 8 weeks, the benefits.
Okay.
So it's a slow-moving curve, right? So if you're going to do collagen, give yourself at least 2 months, right? And usually you'll max out in terms of benefit at about 3 months.
Okay.
And then you just keep taking it.
And skin will be looking better.
Yeah, so crow's feet, fine lines and wrinkles, roughness, moisture, and then hair and nails as well. You're probably going to mention that Boost product as well. I thought so.
Well, no, I mean, we should talk about that.
Yeah, so as the collagen market has evolved, people are making special versions of it. And so I decided to do that as well. And I went out and found 6 things that are awesome as a partner to collagen. So hyaluronic acid, everybody knows about that. Biotin, keratin, ceramides, zinc, vitamin C, and this stuff called NMN, which is actually an anti-aging molecule.
Okay.
But it also fights age spots.
Ugh,
so
that's so many of those.
The Boost and the collagen together are just amazing. So.
Well, and I'm taking them, so I'll be telling you.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I also want to talk about the gut health, right? Because this is big, and a lot of your products really focus on this because it can affect almost every aspect of our physiology. So, like, let's dive into the gut health.
You bet. So there's a saying in any family, if mom's not happy, nobody's happy, right? And the same thing goes for the gut. If your gut isn't healthy and working right, and I learned this in practice, if somebody comes in with X, Y, or Z, I always start in the gut now. Because you can chase all these other symptoms, but you're not going to get success if the gut's not right. So the thing in collagen and cosmetics is now beauty from within. So that's putting stuff into the body to make the skin beautiful. And the gut has a huge function in supporting that. So one of the big ones, I think you're taking this one too, it's called True Postbiotic. And it's a molecule that goes down into the gut, and it's called butyrate, and it gives your gut food. Instead of relying on the bacteria there doing their job, you're actually it's like handing out $20 bills to the whole intestine. And it's just fantastic. And it also helps tons with IBS.
Yeah, and colon health in general.
Exactly. So.
And my dad had colon cancer, so it's good that I'm taking
that. And there's probably one other thing that you should be taking.
I'm leaving here with a lot of supplements. You just wait. Well, and the other thing I want to talk about too, and I don't know if I'm jumping, but inflammation is huge. I suffer from inflammation. Everyone that I talk to, a lot of my friends have inflammation. It's, everyone's talking about it.
Right.
And you have a great product, which I'm excited about, Medivasc, right?
Yes, it's the finishing touches. It's not here today. I'm begging the manufacturer to finish up, but it targets inflammation among other things. So the inflammation is the key to all chronic disease, right? It's the fire that keeps disease going. If you can do anything to mitigate inflammation, whether it be changing your diet or taking some supplements, that's a win long term. Medivasc is great because it does that, but it also deals with what's called oxidative stress. So we take antioxidants like oranges and vitamin C because oxidation is just like when your car burns fuel, it puts out exhaust, and that's what oxidation is in your body. So Medivasc addresses oxidative stress and inflammation, but it's also clinically proven to reduce fatty liver and help diabetics.
Wow.
Yeah, there's nothing like it out there. It's a proprietary formula. So.
And it helps you lose weight as well.
Yeah, that was one of the side benefits.
Sign me up. No.
Well, they gave it to these people and they said, try and cut out 400 calories a day, which is doable for most people, right? And the ones taking one of these pills a day lost 62% more weight over, I think it was 8 or 10 weeks.
Wow.
So, I mean, if you're going to diet, you might as well get a benefit, maximize your benefit. So
this will be available hopefully in the next few weeks, that product.
Yep.
And everything obviously will be on the website. Okay, so you have a masterclass coming up. I love this about you. You're so educational. I know you love to educate.
Yeah.
So talk to us about the masterclass. It's August 4th.
Yeah, so it's August 4th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, and it's sponsored by a lab diagnostic company called Vibrant that I use for all my gut testing. And it's basically it's like a gut restore masterclass.
Wow.
And it essentially goes through what I do with patients, where we first meet, figure out what's going on, do the testing, get back together, modify your diet, and bring in supplements to heal the gut, number one. And then everything else just kind of takes care of itself oftentimes. So the masterclass will be about an hour. We're going to have a special package deal. If you sit through the hour of me, you deserve something. So anyway, yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a live webinar.
And how do people sign up? Message you or?
No, I've got links. I'll provide links to you that you can send out to.
Perfect. So we'll send everything out on the newsletter. We'll have it on the website because I think that's amazing. And obviously you'll probably be doing more, which will be exciting.
Yeah, and you know what's cool is I charge people $200 to do this, right? And then you can go get it for free and see how it works, see all the pieces, and decide if it's something you want to do. So I would do it.
Well, and you guys can go to his website, which is brand new. It just launched in June, intuitivenutrients.com. And you have some great products, videos, blogs. There's a lot of resources on there and how you can increase your health span, right? Hashtag health span.
Yeah.
Big word.
So health span is the new word. Used to be longevity, like we're going to give you extra years, but we're not quite there yet. What we can do is make sure the years that you're on this planet are fully functional. That's the key. You want to live till you die.
I love that. I love that. I want to be like 90 and pumping my weights.
You will be, I'm pretty sure.
Well, the other thing is you're so gracious. You're going to offer our viewers a promo code.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. Pulse 15.
Pulse 15. So anything on the website, and it's multiple use. It's not a single use coupon code. So, and on top of that, if you're smart, auto ship gives you another 10% off. So
and you can shop bundles on there. And
bundles and auto ship. And we have auto ship that comes every 5 weeks instead of every month because we all skip days. And there's nothing more frustrating than getting your vitamins when you still have extra ones left over. So we have 5 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, that kind of thing.
Well, and you're doing a discounted new patient visit for us too.
Yep. We're doing a $99 special for an hour consult with me. Most of it is over the phone or Zoom.
Okay.
Although I have an office in Encinitas. On Saturdays, I'm up there. So so it's usually $299. And
exclusive, so you guys take advantage of that.
Yep.
Well, and the other thing I want to mention real quick before we go is you are a family-owned business, and you manage all aspects of the business. So people are dealing with you.
Yeah, every single one of these things is my baby. I know everything about them. I could spend an hour on each one of these, embarrassingly. But yeah, I mean, if you work with these products, I'm the guy that is responsible for your success. There's nobody else.
I love that. Accountability, too. It's great.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you a question. I know Deb is watching. So hi, Deb, if
Hi,
you're
baby.
watching, his beautiful wife. So you have a beautiful wife, 2 gorgeous kiddos. So how do you balance it all? Because I know it can't be easy. Can you give us a piece of advice?
Well, you know what really helps, and we heard this earlier, is like really liking what you do. Because I'm 57, right? I spent lots of years working and just working to work, right? And now I research this stuff 24/7, and it's fun. So if you can find that, everything else is pretty much under control.
I
So-
love that.
And you need a great partner
Right.
too. I mean, that makes a huge difference. So I have that, and for that I'm grateful.
Well, we love it. We love you, Deb. We're shouting out to you. Well, thank you so much. I am so excited to have you on. I can't wait to talk about my experience with the products. You'll hopefully be seeing Steve more. Hopefully he will be a regular on the show, because we love everything that you're bringing.
Yeah, there's some really, I mean, longevity, GI, metabolic, and beauty are the 4 groups. And like I said, I could talk for too long about all of them. So,
Well, we'll have you back.
I'll be back. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And you guys, next week, I just want to announce next week's guest, Bridget Potterton, our real estate expert. She's going to talk about what the heck is going on with the real estate market, because it's crazy. It's ever changing. So we love having her on. She is a great resource. So Bridget will be on next week. And then that's it, you guys. I hope you are nice to each other out there. Be safe over the weekend. And we'll see you next time when we put our finger on the pulse of San Diego. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy.
Bye, guys.
Bye.